Megalophobia has got to be the most interesting fear to me. Like, I personally don't think I have it, but just thinking about standing next to something that big, it definitely gets my nipples fully erect. And, well, I had so much fun last time building some massive structures, so I'm back to build another set of huge and interesting structures. Let's get to it. Alright, so here we are in an amplified world, and I also am using a no height limit mod, which, yeah, does generate some very interesting structures. That alone there is a nice Megalophobia structure by itself. Yeah, I don't really know what's going on there, but I have actually found the perfect spot right off the spawn to create our first build, which is based on this reference here, which is just an absolutely massive, like, dam wall thing. And so my plan is to use the Axiom mod here, and we're basically going to chip away at these surrounding mountains and the floor here with the old melt tool. So let's get bloody started. I'm gonna make this absolutely huge to basically get this done quicker. So yeah, essentially I just want to widen this area massively. There we go. So yeah, something a little bit like that. Now the next step is going to be building up these mountains kind of up to probably like this height up here. And so to do that, I'm going to use the rock tool here. We're going to set this to stone, and we're pretty much just going to like manually sculpt like some giant mountains, okay? Alright, so there is our, well, quite frankly, whack as hell looking mountains at the moment. What we need to do next is head to the melt tool now, and we're basically going to be shaping this big, weird looking thing. Alright, and now with, well, some still definitely weird looking mountains, what we can do now is just with World Edit, we can set our first position. We'll head all the way up here and set our second position. What the hell is going on there? I don't know how that happened. Now what we should be able to do is type in overlay grass block like that. There we go. That's looking a bit better. Yes. Now we need to figure out how high we want this damn wall to go. So I do want it to be curved like in that reference. All right, now, sorry, I'm just eating. I've thought of a better way to do this. We're gonna set a hollow cylinder of polished andesite. The radius, man, 250. I'm not gonna cap on a stack. And that'll give us a big old stinking circle. Holy mother of God, that is too big. Okay. Yeah, that's looking a bit better. Now what we can do is select all of this, and that's a bit of a problem, isn't it? Fuck. All right, I've just made the circle out here now. What I'm gonna do is position it. And honestly, you know what I'm thinking? This is not big enough, all right? This is, yeah, it's just not big enough. So yeah, that will be good. So we're gonna confirm that. And now I'm gonna continue building up these mountains to be a little bit bigger. Right, and well, here is our new mountains and our new dam wall. Yeah, I do apologize. For some reason, my computer just randomly shut down without warning and corrupted all of my footage. So here is basically the completed dam wall with the fence on top. I really like this fence. It just kind of showcases the sense of scale a little bit better. And so what I've done now is, well, yeah, I've thickened up that dam wall. I've extended it, and I've also just done a bunch of landscaping down here. You might notice the dam wall is actually a bit messed up here. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab the old stack tool. I'm going to select from here over to probably about yonder. And what we're going to do is we're just going to scroll down and stack this all the way down like so to fix up that wall. There we go. That is beautiful. And now it is time for the fun part, which is filling in all of our water here. So let's go ahead and sit in the water right here. We're going to type in / fix water, and it's probably going to have to be something ridiculous. We'll just go with 200 for now. This is probably going to take a while. So, yeah. All right, and there we have it. There is the water fixed on the bottom. Now it is time for the final step, filling up this little like reservoir in here. And so first we got to set a height, which I think I want this to be like probably literally there, maybe even like up to here. But we'll see how this looks first. So we should be able to just run the exact same command without any issues, and it'll just fill up this entire inside area. There we go. Okay. All right, and well, there it is. That is the completed absolutely massive dam wall. If I fly up here, you can see all of that water is now filled in. And if we get an angle kind of like this, you can kind of just see like, yeah, this thing looks awesome, dude. I love that. That thing is massive. Let's just take a little bit of a stroll across the top here. Like, holy crap, dude. Look how high up we are. That's crazy. I love it. Yes, okay, on to the next one. For this next build, we'll actually be using this video's sponsor, Meshy.ai, to create it. First order of business was creating an account, and then I was able to get straight into typing out my idea using the text to 3D feature. I then chose the definitely most interesting one from the 4 it generated, and then also opted to texture it. All right, now with that, oh my God, what the hell is that? With that done, I just went ahead and downloaded it as a GLB file. The next step is to head to obj2schematic.com and then import our file. Click on load mesh, and there he is, looking very strange. Next, we're gonna scroll down and change the size. I want this thing to be as bloody big as possible, so we're going with 380, and then we're gonna click voxelize mesh. And then all I did next was click assign blocks and now export structure. Once you've got that file, I'm just gonna rename it to freaking tower. Then we're gonna head into the .minecraft folder, into config, world edit, schematics, and then we're gonna drag that sucker in. Now back in Minecraft, all I'm gonna do is type in //schem load, and then the name of our schematic, what was it? Tower. There we go, so he's loaded up. Now we can just type in //paste and bang. Well, give it a second, it's a lot of goddamn blocks. Okay, it should be pasted in, but I don't know. Oh my God, what the hell? Holy crap, that sucker is huge. He goes into the clouds. There's his cute little face over there. But yeah, so that just goes to show how quick and easy it can be to build with Meshy.ai in Minecraft. And well, the cool thing is that it's completely free to use as well, so be sure to head over there using my link in the description. All right, for this next one, once again, we're using a reference, which is this one right here. And you can see it's like, I don't know, dude. It's just kind of creepy. It's like this inside of like a circular building. Honestly, I have no idea. And we're going to freaking build it, okay? This thing's going to be massive. And so once again, the easy way to do this is we're going to be using the hsil command, or also known as, you know, hollow cylinder. And man, what block do I think we want to use? I think, dude, just polished andesite always just works well for these kinds of things. I'm thinking, man, fuck me, 100, okay? We're gonna make this thing pretty tall as well, so let's just go with 250, and that's 142,000 blocks right there. Jesus Christ, okay. Wow, that might be a bit too wide, I think. We're going straight to frickin' not even 500, we're gonna go 700. What? 800, okay. All right, that's a bit more okay, that's very tall. It's still going. It's still generating, but okay, it stopped. Oh, man, holy crap, okay. Yeah, I think this is gonna be perfect. I really like that size. Okay, settle down, brother. Okay, and so what we need to do now is basically create those repetitive window designs that we got going on there. And, well, I'm just trying to figure out how I'm gonna do that. Okay, I've got an idea. What we can do is just kind of build out a quarter of this, and then what we can do is copy that and flip it over and paste it over here, and then just kind of repeat that around. And so, looking at the reference, I'm definitely gonna need a different kind of stone block there. So, what are we thinking, man? Oh, smooth stone might be good. Now what we can do is we can clone this. Let's clone it down and just figure out how big we want these windows to be. Honestly, I think that might be perfect right there. Now, I think, we might actually even bring these out a little bit more. There we go. So that gives us a block depth of 2 to play with there. And now what we can actually do is like bring this bit out to give us that bit of depth for the window there. So we'll do something like that. Bang. Okay. Okay. And that's going to reveal the back. God damn it. Okay. What we might have to do is I'm going to set behind here to black concrete. And let's see how this looks from in here. Yeah, that looks cool. I like that. And yeah, well, now the annoying thing is we're going to have to design that along the corners as well, up until the halfway point, which is right there. And well, I'll meet you guys back here when that's done. Okay, I am not going to lie. That was surprisingly difficult. That probably took about 30 minutes to get that. But yeah, there we go. There's all of our windows added in. Now what we need to do is simply duplicate this onto every side. So I'm going to use the clone tool here. I'm going to select from, you know, yonder to yonder. Make sure that we've included everything there. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll and I'm going to rotate like that. There we go. And then we should be able to use this part right here to line it up like so. Bang. There is our next one added in. And now what we can do is, well, repeat the goddamn process. There we go. There is our first ring of windows added in. That is looking pretty cool. Now, I think what we might do is actually extend this horizontal line, maybe to be 3 or 4 blocks wide, just because I think 2 is going to be a little bit too small. So let's select all of them. I'm going to scroll down twice to get 4 blocks. There we go. Yeah, I think that is going to work out better. And yeah, that's looking good. Okay, I'm going to select this whole thing. I'll be back in a second. Okay, and there it is. There's that entire layer selected. Now all we need to do is simply scroll down, and we're going to start stacking these windows all the goddamn way down. Now, I might honestly just do it to there because I feel like that's gonna stuff it up. Oh my god, dude, that looks so cool already. Holy crap, that is sick. Okay, now I'm just gonna quickly repeat the process, except this time I'm gonna select like all the way down to there and then just stack it 1 more or 2 or 3 more times down. So once again, give me a second. Oh yeah, look at that. Yes. That is what we want. Oh my god, dude. This looks so cool. I'm gonna fly down here at max speed. Jesus. This thing is massive. Yeah, see, when I'm flying at max speed, it doesn't really feel that big. But once I go down to, this is normal vanilla flying speed, you can truly get a sense of scale of how big this is, dude. Like, it feels like I'm barely moving. That's crazy. Oh my god. All right, so the next thing in this build here is in the reference, we have like a bit that sticks out. And I think I want to add that in just for a little bit of detail. All right, for now, just to get kind of a size figured out, let's select here. Let's get the stack tool. Let's first figure out the length that we want. May as well just take up 2 full like windows worth there like that. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stack this out a certain amount. Here we go. Okay, so there's our box. Now, it isn't exactly a rectangle like this. It is kind of trapezoidal, I guess. And so to get that shape, what I'm going to do is clone this face here like that. And I'm going to kind of keep doing that. There we go. Exactly like that. That's looking good. And I'm going to just simply copy this and flip it over to the other side exactly like that. And there we go. We have our box there. We do have like a bit of a fence on top of this. So I'm just going to do that out of iron bars. And now I'm just going to slap a couple more kind of smaller windows onto the front of this. So just give me a second. All right, and yeah, there we have it. There is the completed structure. I've just added that in. I've also extended it down a bit, and there is our windows as well. So I've just made like some open kind of windows. And yeah, dude, this thing is looking absolutely crazy. Like there's the cloud layer. That's how big this thing is. Definitely my favorite one so far in the video, man. Holy crap. Okay, for this next one, I've had to go ahead and start a brand new world because that one was getting extremely laggy. So here we are in a big old stinking ocean because our next build is going to be a absolutely massive oil rig. So here's the reference I'm working with. Well, yeah, I know it doesn't look that big at the moment, but we're going to be making it our own and making it, well, quite massive. So the first step is going to be getting those 4 legs established. And well, once again, we're going to be using that handy dandy freaking hollow cylinder command. But I actually do want to find like kind of a deep point in the ocean here because this is all very kind of shallow. What I might do is actually go ahead and replace near probably 200 water. Yeah, all of that stuff, and we'll replace it with, well, nothing. Okay, and well, there is a lot of water removed. What I want to do now is just make this go really deep so you cannot see the bottom of the ocean, basically. So we're going to open up the old axiom again. And oh, man, I still don't know the easiest way to do this. It's going to take forever with the melt tool, just freaking, you know, doing this over and over again until we get lower. What if we up the strength? Oh yeah, that's the solution right there. Up the bloody strength. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. All right, let's keep doing that. Sorry, I don't know why I turned like British for a second there. Okay, there is our giant gaping hole so far. Might have to do a little bit more in this kind of region. Oh, that's so cool, dude. We're gonna have some like awesome looking cliffs here that just drop straight down. I can't wait to get this filled with water. All right, now to get this filled with water, we do have the flood fill tool, but you can see, yeah, the range is kind of limited. It is actually a very helpful tool for kind of gauging like where the water's gonna be and stuff. But yeah, you can see it's limited in the, oh, actually, you can increase that goddamn limit. Look at that. Okay. Jesus Christ. That's a lot of water. Let's fill that up. All right, so yeah, you can see, well, how much I've filled up so far. It's definitely quite a pain trying to get this completely filled with water because my world keeps freaking lagging out. Oh my god, dude. Like, this is just ridiculous. Oh, brother. All right, I'm going to be here for a while. Fuck. Dude, I just replaced the ocean with stone. No. All right, and there it is. There's our completed gaping hole in the ocean. Jesus Christ, dude. This is a megalophobia structure in itself. Look at that. I mean, you can't really see it, but... So we're going to get out the old HSIL command again. Oh, I forgot it generates above us. Oh no. Okay, that's not gonna work. All right, here is attempt number 3, and I think this is looking like a pretty good size here. So now what I'm gonna go ahead and do is just clone this onto each corner, kind of like that. So yeah, give me a goddamn second. Okay, there is our 4 legs created. All I've done now is I'm heading down to this bottom bit, because you can see they're not touching the bottom. I've got the stack tool, I've selected this, and I'm just gonna scroll downwards to fill this in all the way down, like so. There we go. Now those are all touching at the bottom. All right, so now the next step is going to be actually just creating the base of this freaking massive oil rig. Dude, this is actually gonna be kind of hard. And well, I don't really know the easiest way to do this, so all right, well, once again, I don't know what's happened to my recording, but there is the platform all done. I've decided to go with copper blocks on the bottom and then stone on top, and now what we're gonna do is yeah, well, start building the rest of the top of this oil rig, which is going to probably take quite a while and be quite boring to watch. So what I'm gonna do instead is make it into a bit of a time lapse. So yeah, let's get to it. All right, well, as for that time lapse, I've been having issues with my computer just randomly shutting down. I'm pretty sure it's overheating or something, I don't know. So all of that footage is now corrupted. But here is the progress so far. So I've separated that little platform a little bit more, and I've added these supports throughout. I then moved up here and used the HSIL command once again to add one of these little pillars, and I just placed this around across the entire platform. Added these supports between them, and then I got straight into adding like these wall designs everywhere with some windows cut out. I made it stick out on the side a little bit over here and out here as well, and that's pretty much where we are at. Yeah, obviously I have yet to add the second floor and then the top floor as well. Also the roof on top of this bad boy. I was doing this and then my computer just shut down. Yeah, I've been playing around with fan speeds and stuff, and yeah, I just don't know what's happening, so hopefully I can fix it soon because it's pissing me off. So there's that added on. What we need to get onto now is the second floor, so I'm gonna, well, hopefully start another time lapse and it doesn't crash again, hopefully. So yeah, let's get to it. All right, thankfully my PC didn't shut down this time, and so what I worked on next was getting that second floor established. I simply copied the first floor up to the second and made some changes like shifting around the bits that stick out. I then got to work on this area over here, first creating a platform that'd hold up these big weird things from the reference. I made them out of some cylinders and a sphere at the top. I placed a couple of those around the place and next started on the big tower at the top of the oil rig made out of iron blocks. I ended up going through a few different iterations to get the size and height right, which was quite a pain in the ass, but we got there in the end. It was then on to adding all of the supports that run along the entire length of the tower, which we made light work of thanks to the path tool from Axiom. I then added these little tank things and got straight to work on a big crane design. I built the main pillar out of polished tuff, the top with red concrete, and got to work adding the actual crane part using some iron blocks with the path tool once again. I pasted the crane 2 more times around the oil rig and then got started on a big old stinking helipad, which I think turned out pretty cool. Okay, and well, there it is. There is the completed oil rig. Oh my god, this thing, yeah, definitely took way longer than I thought it would, but I think it turned out really awesome. Obviously, it is lacking in a lot of the smaller details just because, well, I don't have all day to spend on this bloody thing, but honestly, all that we're wanting from this is just that massive scale of like an oil rig, and dude, if we just go like far away, you can truly just appreciate the scale of this thing. Like, this is massive. It takes up almost this entire like ocean area, and yeah, honestly, that looks so cool. That's like, oh dude. Yeah, I love just designing these like little random like knickknacks and paddywhacks and then just like kind of slapping it all together to make the final structure. That's definitely my favorite part. And this little helipad as well, I love that. But yeah, this is well, now my favorite one so far in the video. Let's move on to the next build. So last video, yes, by the way, we are in another new world, the third world. But yeah, last video I left a comment asking you guys for ideas for this video, and someone suggested looking up at this guy, Louis Boulet. Yes, I had to look that up on how to pronounce that. He was a visionary French neoclassical architect and had some truly inspiring drawings, and I chose to bring this one to life, well, in Minecraft at least. So yeah, I'm on a super flat world here, and well, let's get started. All right, so yeah, in the picture, like this thing is pretty massive, but I'm wanting to, yeah, make this thing absolutely massive. So the first step is getting the floor shape and size figured out. I'm just gonna go absolutely freaking ridiculous here all the way out to here. And yeah, upon closer inspection, it turns out this picture is actually like a library. I didn't realize those were actually bookshelves, which honestly just makes this even cooler. So before we can actually get started on that, we definitely need to get those walls established. So let's build up one side of it here. I don't know how high I want to go. You know, probably pretty high. Let's just go up to here. Dude, this thing is big. Okay, it might not be big enough though. Now for the roof, we obviously do have like a half circle kind of shaped roof, and to get that, what I'm gonna do is figure out the length between these two blocks. We're just gonna set that. We got 109. Now what we should be able to do is go H-Sil 109. Okay, that's way too big. Okay, I think it needs to be half of 109, which is... I don't fucking know. Well, we'll just make it 54. We're gonna move that just, I don't know, out of the way. Now let's head into Axiom. We're going to select this half of the circle here, and then we're going to cut it and then rotate it up like that. There we go. Okay. Now we can use this to kind of move it where we need it to go. And I'm feeling like this is not big enough. I just want to stack this down to kind of get a feel for it, but I'm feeling like it's not big enough. Let's get that repeated all the way down to the end there, and let's just take a look. I'm not going to cap on a stack right now. This thing is not big enough, okay? Give me a second. I'm just going to quickly redo everything I've just done and make it, you know, a bit bigger. All right, and well, here is our brand new size. Dude, this thing is probably 2 times as big as it just was. You can, look at the size of a pig in here, man. I don't know why it gets all weird in here as well. Like the sun's right there. For some reason it's just wigging out. Let's get the rest of these walls filled in here. All right, and well, that leads us on to, you know, decorating the interior here. So the first step, I think, actually, is going to be giving myself night vision, because this is starting to piss me off. There we go. Now we can actually see. Yeah, so the first step is going to be figuring out those like pillars on the left sides. So it looks like they are just below kind of where the circular part of the roof starts. So like right about yay, I reckon. We need to figure out how tall we want to make these. God, why is this so laggy, brother? Don't get it. You pay money for this fucking computer and it just doesn't run dog shit. I want these to have some goddamn depth, so let's make kind of something like this. All right, there is our part taken out. I can't have freaking night vision because it just gets insanely laggy. I just can't see, so I need it, man. All right, now the next step is going to be designing those pillars. So I'm gonna go for something pretty kind of simple here with, well, essentially, I'm just gonna go H-Sil once again. It's just so good. I'm gonna set the radius to like maybe 4? No, that's too big. All right, let's see how this looks from outside. Yeah, that's perfect. That's exactly what I want. Now, it looks like at the tops of these, they have like kind of a base. It looks a bit weird, actually. So it kind of goes like that. And then it has like a base like that, I guess. All right, now we need to figure out the spacing between these. So I'm thinking probably, yeah, like that is probably about perfect. So let's confirm that. And now the next step is just going to be stacking this all the way down to the end. Actually, I have an idea on how to fix all this fucking lag and shit. I'm just going to delete this right half of the build because we're literally just going to be building this left side and then duplicating it over. Okay, that's a bit better now. I can actually move around and see. Yes. All right, so once again, next step is going to be stacking these down. Bang, look at that. All right, that is looking really good. That looks almost exactly like the reference there. That's perfect. And so just underneath this is where the first row of bookshelves starts by the looks of it. All right, and what I did next was just a bunch of boring dog shit, essentially just figuring out how to build these big bookshelves, which was very annoying and stinky. All right, so there's my final design there. What I'm gonna do now is grab out the old stack tool, and I'm gonna stack this down as far as I wanna go. All right, there is our created library things. Now it's time to get started on this back kind of half area. All right, there's the corner all done. That turned out to actually be a pretty big pain in the asshole. Now it's time to add in this big rectangular doorway thing, okay? And so it looks like this is probably made out of this polished andesite block, I am thinking. And I think I want it to stick out a little bit here from the rest of the crap. All right, sweet. Now what we can do is just stack this entire structure. We just want to stack it past those books there. That looks good. Now we need to get to work on this top area. We have more of these pillars that come across, and then we have like a little structure in the middle. I don't know how I'm going to do that. So I think what we'll do first is we will clone a section of these pillars here. Probably about there, I'm thinking. All right, that is looking pretty good. We can go ahead and just fill out the rest of this floor here, all the way down to the back. We are almost ready to flip this bad boy to the other side, except we do have a lot of details to add onto the roof here. You can see we have these kind of square shapes that just kind of go in and in and in a little bit again. And well, this is gonna be quite a pain in the ass. I'm not looking forward to doing this. At least I only have to do a slither of it up until kind of the top here. But man, this is gonna be painful. All right, that is looking good now. We've got the thickness down. Let's get started making these goddamn squares, which we can probably just do with the erase tool here. And I need to figure out the size. Probably something like that, maybe a little taller. This is gonna be such a pain in the ass. All right, I'm gonna get this whole strip built and I'll be back once that's done. Okay, I'm not done yet, but I just wanna showcase, I've got the process down now, okay? I basically just outline the square here, and then we're using the delete tool to basically just take sections out of this. And we're just going one block in at a time. It's actually pretty easy to get this done. Yeah, there you go. It's done. That's easy. All right, I've just stacked it down. I have not looked at this yet. I feel like it's gonna look awesome. Let's have a look. Oh man, dude. That looks okay, we need to fix that up. But that looks insane. Look at that. I mean, some of the ones do look a little bit strange just because of the way that like, you know, the angle is. It's kind of hard to get it looking normal, but dude, that still looks so cool. And now I think it's time for the fun part, which is going to be duplicating this from the left to the right. Man, I don't know how this is going to go. I've never duplicated this many blocks before, I don't think. So it's going to be quite an experience, but there's the area highlighted. All right, let's scroll. Oh, okay, there it is. We're going to move this all the way over. I'm also going to do Control F to flip this. Oh, man. Oh, okay. Why is that? Okay, maybe rotate it. Dude, every time I do this, my game freezes for like 3 seconds. That's scary. But there we have it. Now we just need to get this into the right position, which we can do. Oh, I think I already had it perfect. Look at that. Oh my God, this thing is looking so cool. I do need to fix up these squares at the top here. So there is our giant freaking library thing. Honestly, I still don't know what this is actually meant to be. The next thing is we actually have this big skylight kind of in the middle. And so thankfully that is going to be pretty easy to do. And there we have our skylight. That is looking sweet. I love that. And now the final thing is this little structure that we have at the back here. And well, it's really hard to tell what it is. It looks a little bit like a statue. And well, because I can't really tell what it is, I'm just going to build my signature statue. I'm just going to scale it up a little bit. That's perfect. Okay, that looks sweet. Now, actually, I have not looked at this from afar, but ooh, that actually looks perfect. That's like the right scale and everything. It might be a bit too big, but yeah, that looks good. I'm happy with that. Oh man, okay. So there it is. That is the completed little interior. Well, it's not freaking little, man. Look at the size of it. Love that little skylight up there. Dude, this one turned out so good. I'm so happy with this. All right, and now for this next one, we're going to be building the Blackfriars Bridge. I actually had this as my desktop wallpaper, thanks to like the Windows spotlight thing, and I thought it'd be the perfect fit for this video, and I'm hoping it shouldn't be too hard to build either. Yeah, we have like several like arches kind of making up the bottom of this bridge. We can't really see the top of it, unfortunately, but that's okay. I kind of just want the angle for this one to be like underneath anyway, so we're going to put all of our effort into that. So the first step, once again, we're going to be starting off with the old hollow cylinder. This thing is made of like freaking steel beams and shit. So the closest thing we have in Minecraft here is the old iron blocks. Now this, man, I'm not even kidding. This is going to be massive. 300. Okay, settle down. All right. Yeah, see, the reason I've made this so big is because we're not using, you know, from here up to here, because it isn't a perfect half circle. It kind of starts from like here. We're only using actually that part of it, and I don't really know if that is going to be big enough, honestly. And there's our bridge, and I'm already feeling like that is just not big enough. Nah. That is not big enough. Okay, we're going an extra 100. All right, this might just be the size I'm looking for here. All right, so there is our bridge arch. I think I'm happy with that size because that's quite big. Now we're going to get the box select tool, and we're going to flip that the right way. Okay, there we go. There we have our bridge arch. This thing is ridiculously big. This might be too big. I'm not joking. What is going on here? I didn't even mean to do that. I don't know how a piece of this grass is lifted in the air, but mate, I'm not kidding. It's time to piss off. So there's our first arch of the bridge there. Jesus Christ. It's just ridiculously big. I can't get over it. So the next thing we need to do is actually thicken this up quite a bit. Okay, that was a long process, but there is our arch created. Also now, yeah, we do have less of a ridge as well. I've gotten rid of that half. But we've got it down. We've got it looking good. The next step is now to add in all of these little beams that stick out in between these parts, which once again, yeah, it's gonna be a big fucking pain in the ass, isn't it? So we might make these maybe 10 blocks wide. So this is gonna be that halfway point, and they do have quite a big gap between them. And these will probably literally just stick out maybe 3 blocks like this, and that's basically it. I'm now going to repeat that same thing all the way down to the end. God, give me a second. Okay, after a metric ton of work, here is the, well, this half of one of the arches done. My God, this was actually the biggest pain in the ass. I'm not even kidding, okay? So now the next step is going to be duplicating this entire bad boy. Let's go ahead and make sure everything is bloody highlighted here. All right, next what we're gonna do is we're going to flip this by pressing Control F, and then I'm going to scroll a crap load until I get it in the right place. Once again, Axiom, please allow me to hold control and make this scroll in like 10 block increments. I would actually cry. Oh my God, and I was so close and I just messed it. God's sake. All right, and there we have it. There is the completed first little arch of the bridge here. And well, the next step is going to be duplicating this over to the left to get our second arch of the bridge. So let's make sure we include absolutely everything. And now I'm going to do a bunch more scrolling. And we're going to get this, well, as close to the reference as we can, which honestly is looking about there. Bang. Confirm that. All right, and there is our second arch. Now what we need to do is, well, simply just connect them with some beams and stuff. So just to make life easier, I think I'm gonna do that just in line with these existing pillars here. So they do look pretty simple. They just kind of look like some T-shaped like frames, I guess. I'm just gonna do something like that. We're gonna scroll this up. Well, maybe not that far. Jesus Christ. To about there. Yeah, just something like that. That looks pretty good. Go ahead and just stack this out until we hit the other side of the bridge. Now, I know this is gonna look like not right from, you know, any other angle than down here, but, man, like, this would honestly just take way too long. I'm sorry, that's the only excuse I have, okay? I've already spent way too long in these other bloody builds, okay? I did not think all of these builds would take this long, but let's go ahead and get this T-frame placed on every single section. All right, and there we have our first arch completed. Also, what I did was just paste in another circle, rotate it, and then just basically duplicate it 100 odd bloody times to fill in this gap here. So now we don't have, like, you know, just the sun coming through here. It's actual bridge above there. Well, technically. Next, what we need to do is essentially just clone this entire thing a bunch of times. So there's the entire thing selected, and now I'm just kind of hoping that's gonna be good. Duplicate it again. Now I do want this to match the reference pretty well, so I'm gonna copy the exact amount of these like rung things, I guess, these arches. Yeah, that is looking pretty good. I'm actually really happy with how this looks so far. The next step, of course, is going to be getting the ends built, because these are just right now kind of just going into nothingness. And we also need to get a little bit of an ocean built under this too. Oh my god, I finally figured out what was causing that annoying frickin' fog. It's this right here in atmosphere, fog, cave fog. Oh my god, it thinks my shaders think we're literally in a cave. This thing is that massive. All right, so looking back at our reference here, this bridge is attached to like a big stinking frickin' stone brick foundation thing. So that's exactly what we're gonna do for this build too. What I want to do is just find this point right here, and I'm gonna go straight bloody down, select here. Now it looks like this foundation probably comes up to maybe about over here. I'm gonna fly all the way over to the other side and select over here, and we're just gonna set this to probably frickin' maybe stone bricks and cracked stone bricks. Oh god. Okay, maybe that was too many blocks. All right, so there is our big foundation thing created. Now, we do have like this kind of hexagonal shape. I don't know if that's the right name of the shape. And so to make this, my plan is to use the draw tool once again. So first I'm gonna find the center of this thingamajig here. Now we're gonna head into Axiom editor mode again. We're gonna get the path tool, bang. Then we're gonna go bang, bang, and then bang. Okay, so now what we can do with these is move these out pretty much until we're happy with how it looks, you know what I'm saying? Like that should be pretty cool. Now what we can do is get the odd stack tool again, select there, and here, and scroll this bloody well up, all the way up to here. There we go. Now we have like our kind of end of that foundation there, looking pretty cool. Now I'm gonna get this little thing on the other side, and then I'll repeat the entire foundation over on that side too, so give me a second. Man, I think we have literally gone too far with this build. Like, dude, this whole thing just cannot stay rendered in. It's just, like, look at this. There's just random chunks and shit taken out of this thing. Jesus Christ, yeah. We may have gone too big with this build. But, well, we still have a little bit of work to do, like, well, actually adding a goddamn ocean under this thing, because right now we're bridging a gap over fucking grass, okay? So it is time to select an absolutely massive area and most likely lag the absolute crap out of my world and my computer. Hopefully it doesn't shut down again. Man, even just this first layer, look at how long this shit is taking, brother. All right, now something interesting about this bridge from the reference is, like, you can see kind of where the tide comes up to, because you can see, like, the moss and shit, like kind of like at this layer here, and I really like that look. And so to do that, we're going to use the old where is it, noise painter again. And so what I want to do is first paint in that moss line. So we're going to be getting some standard bloody mossy blocks. Okay, we got mossy cobblestone. Let's get some mossy stone bricks as well, and then we're simply just going to paint this line on like this, and it should blend in nicely. Never mind, it does not blend in nicely whatsoever. Okay, what we need to do to fix that is add some stone bricks back into this, and maybe make that like a little bit stronger than everything else. Now when we go and paint this on, it should... No. Fuck, it doesn't blend in. Damn it. And it looks weird too. Yeah, I think maybe going at like a smaller scale here and just doing this, and then we'll blend it. We'll blend it afterwards. All right, now to blend this in, we're simply just going to remove these other blocks so that we only have stone bricks. Yes, we can kind of blend it in. Remove those edges a little bit. From far away, it does add a little bit of texture under there, and you can kind of see that moss line. So it's actually not too bad. Just don't go really close up to it because it does look weird. All right, and well, that is pretty much our whole bridge completed. I really wish I could get this whole thing in just one shot, but as you can see, every time I render it in and then I turn back around, half of it unrenders, which is actually pissing me off greatly. All right, there we go. I've just reloaded the world and I've not moved at all. And dude, I've gotten the whole thing in one shot, and man, is that beautiful. Holy crap. It's just, yeah, it's ridiculous how big this thing is. Take a look with the ortho camera mod. Oh my God, dude. Usually this is like 3 biomes worth this size. You could fit 3 biomes under this freaking bridge here. That is ridiculous. Let's see without the night vision. Oh, that looks even more like kind of creepy and ominous, dude. I actually just got goosebumps a little bit right there. But yeah, so that is going to do it for the final build of the Megalophobia video. I had a lot of fun building these other 5 structures. So once again, be sure to let me know in the comments if you want to see more, and leave your ideas as well. If you missed the first Megalophobia video, be sure to check it out right here. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video.